This conference will now be recorded.
Ancient history and Middle Ages or new history of Azerbaijan. Yes. Babette and Afshin, what about you guys? What do you know about Azerbaijan?
It's just the same as Farid because
You are completely new.
on Friday when we were learning about Azerbaijan language, the lady came and said that our names are from Azerbaijan history.
Yes, Babette and Afshin, yes. Interesting. Your names are very interesting because two opposite person, Babette and Afshin, Hurramid movement against Arab occupation. Do you know where your name come from?
No.
So let me to explain. So, well, Azerbaijan was under the occupation of Arabian Empire in the period of between 7th and 10th century. So at that time, there was a one guy, Babech. He was a leader of Azerbaijan national movement. He fought against Arabs in order to make Azerbaijan free. Yes, Babech was the leader of national movement, fought against Arab occupation in Azerbaijan. Yes. That's why. What about Afshin? Afshin was Arabian military commander. He fought against Babach. Yeah, that's why I mentioned your name are opposite actually. But anyway, both of them were Turkish military commander. Okay, both of them were important. Okay, good. So Malaj, Ayhan, and Jalil, we have talked about the Azerbaijan oil industry, yes, last time, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we are talking about the period when Azerbaijan was under the Russian occupation. So Russia occupied Azerbaijan at the beginning of 19th century as a result of two wars between Russia and Iran. Russia and Iran, they fought in two wars. As a result of these two wars, they occupied Azerbaijan territories, and they divided Azerbaijan territories into two parts. One part is the modern Azerbaijan, remained under the Russian occupation. Another part remained under the Iranian occupation, which is today is known as the Southern Azerbaijan, but unfortunately it's part of Iran, not Azerbaijan yet. It's not independent. Do you understand? Azerbaijan, historical Azerbaijan lands consist of two parts. Northern Azerbaijan, I mean the modern Azerbaijan, and the southern part of Azerbaijan, which is the part of Iran today, yes? Northern part of Iran. But what time Azerbaijan lands divided into two parts at the beginning of 19th century. Let me to write in chart. 19th century, approximately between 1804 and 1828. Okay, they divided Azerbaijan territory, southern part and northern part of Azerbaijan. Okay, but today we have a very interesting topic, the formation of Azerbaijan nation. Let me to share my screen with you. Okay, guys, what is a nation? Can you please explain or give me definition of what is a nation? Who would like to explain to me what is the nation, guys? Farid, can you please explain?
Isn't it like a form of like different parts of a country, basically?
Not exactly. What about Jalil? What do you think? What is a nation? What is a nation?
Is it like a set of like an area where like everyone like speaks the same language, uses the same currency?
Good, good. You already mentioned one of the elements of what is a nation. Language, yes. It is this common thing combines the people. Yes, Farid.
Isn't it like
Oh, when people like work together to do something.
Yes, they come together and they live together, share something, common things. Yes, but what are these common things? One of them already mentioned by Jalil. Yes, one of them is language. What about Malat? What do you think? What other elements can be part of nation? For the language, what they share. For example, let's say British nation. Land, yes, territory, yes, you are right. For example, British nation, let's say yes. What is your nationality, Malach? What's your nation?
Azerbaijan.
Yes, Azerbaijani, yes. But what is your citizenship?
I don't know.
The British citizen. Are you living in
Britain.
London or? Yes, yeah, you are a citizen of Great Britain, yes. But citizenship, nationality is different things. So you can live in different part of the world, but what is your nationality is completely different thing, yes. For example, you can be Azerbaijani, but if you live in the United Kingdom, your citizenship is different than your nationality. But what is the important thing? You cannot forget your ethnic identity, nationality. Yes, it's important thing. Is it interesting how Azerbaijanis were called Azerbaijani in the past? What time it first introduced the idea of Azerbaijani nation?
Was it like the Atrapaten?
No. It is ancient history of Azerbaijan. Yes, it is the first. It is the first initial version of Azerbaijani state. Yes, Azerbaijani concept of Azerbaijan. Yes, but the process of formation of Azerbaijan nation is different thing. It happened in 19th century when Azerbaijan was under the Russian occupation. Yes, but before that, let me to explain what is the nation. What is the main thing that makes the people, a group of people, a nation. Nation is a group of people formed on the basis of common language, history, ethnicity, and the common culture, and in many cases, shared territory. Yes. Do you understand? If you share the same language, you speak in the same language, you have the same history, ethnicity, yes, and you have the same culture, yes, and the same territory, yes, you are coming from the same nation. It is the exact definition of nation. But the nation building process is the process when people realize that what is their nationality. Yes, for example, when Azerbaijan was under the Russian occupation, the people were not aware of what is their nationality. Because why? Because the Russia wanted to forget our history, ethnic identity, our nationality, then feel ourselves like the Russians. Yes, good. Did you understand what is a nation? But can you, for example, yes,
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, I'll share my presentation. No worries. We
It's
have class.
like so what I got from that is like when people share the same thing, like
Yes,
the
but what?
territory or a language.
Yes, but what do you think? Can religion be element of the nation or not? If the people believe the same religion, is it the nation, the same nation or not? Babette, what do you think? If people, let's say group of people, yes, believe the same religion, are they the same nation or not?
I think yes, because it's the same things like the.
No. Religion cannot be main element of nation formation. Keep in your mind. Let's say that you have Azerbaijani nationality. Yes, you are Azerbaijani, but you can believe Christianity and Islam religion. It doesn't matter. Your religion can be different, even if you are coming from the same nation. Yes. Please don't confuse. Nation is not the main element of nation formation process. Okay, so before moving to the new topic, I want to watch the video with you. Let me to share the link of that. And I'm going to ask you a question from this video. Ayhan, do you hear me, Ayhan? Okay, did you understand what is a nation?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you please explain?
Is it when you're like born in a country,
Mm-hmm.
you're think that you're like born in Turkey, you be Turkish.
For example, what is the thing that usually combine people and form them as a nation? For example, what we need to share if we are the same nation? What do we need to share? And
Language. Is it culture?
language, culture, same history, ethnic identity, and how can I say land? Yes, as Malach mentioned. Yes, all of them are the main elements of nation. So if you share these things, you are the same nation. But it is important to understand your nationality. For example, until the Russian occupation, we did not know that what is our nationality. Yes, the people lived under Russian occupation in Azerbaijan. Whenever they were asked, what's your nationality? Do you know what they said? What they said today, say, let's say, if I asked to Malach, yes, what's your nationality? Although she's living in the United Kingdom, yes, but he said that my nationality is Azerbaijani. But people lived in 19th century, they didn't know what's their nationality. Whenever they were asked what's your nationality, they said that I am Muslim. They didn't even differentiate what's their nationality and what's their religion. They thought that their religion is their nationality. Okay, I'll share the link of this video, and I just ask you to watch the video, and I'm going to ask you a question from this video. Okay, you have let's say 7 minutes. Is it clear? Guys, do you hear me? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, watch video, please. Farid, Babach, Afshin, did you understand my instruction? I just ask you to watch video. I have shared video link in the chat. Yes, Farid. Mm.
I've got the video up on one of my things.
Yeah. Just yeah, turn off your mic, please. It makes noise. Has anyone finished?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I finished.
Okay, good. Let's wait 1 more minute.
I'm done.
Yeah, good. Farid, have you finished? Babach, Afshin. Okay, you just watch and let me to start with, let's say, marriage. Okay, marriage. Can you please explain marriage to me? What is the national awakening of the national consciousness? How it happened in Azerbaijan? What is the national consciousness?
Can I say it after someone? Can I do it second, please?
Okay, let's ask
Thank you.
to Jalil. What about you, Jalil? What do you think? What is the national consciousness? How it happened in Azerbaijan? Awakening of the national consciousness. Do you understand that this is the
I'm not.
process? Didn't get? Okay, let me to explain this part. So Azerbaijan was under Russian occupation, yes, in 19th century mainly. So that time, guys, we didn't know what is our nationality. They discriminated us, yes, they put pressure on our nation. So they wanted to forget our history or our own culture, our own language. They didn't allow us to use our own language in the daily life. So all of these guys, of course, they prevented our understanding of our nationality. The Azerbaijanis did not know what is their nationality. Russia in Azerbaijan, they just pursued a Russification policy. Let me to explain what's the Russification policy. Russification policy is, guys, is that you think yourself as Russians, yes, and you think yourself as Russians, yeah. You don't know what's your nationality. You don't know that you are not aware of your nationality. So, because of Azerbaijan's occupation by Russia, the people living in Azerbaijan, they were just allowed to speak in the Russian language, yes. So they did not trust us. They didn't call our Azerbaijanis to the army because they didn't trust us. Yes. So Russification policy, for example, education was in Russian language. Everything was in Russian language in Azerbaijan. Yes. What was the purpose of Russification policy again? To make Azerbaijanis to forget their own language, identity, their culture, everything related to Azerbaijan. Yes, that's what it's called a Russification policy. Even today, Russia does the same thing. They just want to spread Russian usage of the Russian language in different parts of the world. Okay. Did you understand, guys, what's the Russification policy? Russification policy. Just you feel yourself as a Russians, yes, not your own identity or nationality. They wanted to form a Russian-minded people in Azerbaijan. The people forget their own identity and saw themselves as a Russian, felt like the Russians. Is that clear? Tally, is it clear what's the Russification policy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's clear. Yes, good. So Russification policy, guys, that's why we were not aware of our nationality. Yes, that's why, because of the Russification policy in Azerbaijan. But who played important role in the nation formation process in Azerbaijan? Who explained us our nationality is Azerbaijani, guys? For example, Farid, would you like to explain based on the video? What did you understand from the video?
What I understand it was there was this like guy, I forgot his name, but yeah, he asked this other guy to make a newspaper, and then the newspaper had like Muslim writing on the front.
Yeah, enlightened people in Azerbaijan. Yes, to awaken national consciousness. Yes. So you mean the newspapers and development of education in Azerbaijan made it possible to make the people aware of their nationality in Azerbaijan. Yes. I mean that.
Yeah.
Can you please turn off your mic?
And also, wasn't there like at the start a lot of people because they were like important to the Azerbaijan history?
Yes, you are right. There were a group of people in Azerbaijan, yes, but they were very smart, and of course they were their literacy level was higher than the rest of Azerbaijan. Why? Because they got education in Western countries. For example, one of them was Ahmed Bey Ağaoğlu. He studied in France, and another one was studied in Germany. Yes, when they came to Azerbaijan back, they thought that why our people live under the Russian occupation? Why they speak in the Russian language? Well, but we are a separate nation. We need to speak in our own language. Yes, we need to understand our nationality. So for doing that, they were looking for ways how to enlighten people. Yes, how to enlighten people and how to make them understand their ethnic nationality. Yes. Among them, of course, they decided to publish a newspaper explaining to the people what is their nationality. Yes. So, what was the name of newspaper, guys? That mentioned in video played important role in the nation building process. Babach, what do you think? What was the name of newspaper? Do you remember that part from the video?
We couldn't watch the video.
You couldn't. Why?
We didn't have enough time.
Okay. Okay, I'll share video link in Google Classroom. Watch it again at home, okay? For the next week. Good. So, Ayhan, what about you? What was the name of newspaper? Do you remember, guys? What was the name of newspaper? Just wanted to enlighten people in Azerbaijan.
Was it Ekinchi or something like that?
Yes, yeah, you are right, Ekinchi. Why it was called Ekinchi?
Because it was like about farming, I think.
Yeah, initially the purpose just there was a censorship over the newspapers. Yes, you couldn't publish any newspaper without the government permission at that time. So Ekinchi and Hasan Bey Zardabi, Azerbaijani intelligentsia, yes, in order to enlighten people about their nationality, he decided to publish newspaper. Yes, but the Russian government did not allow him. That's why he decided to, in order to avoid censorship of the Russian government, he decided to publish newspaper under the name of Ekinchi. Yes, what is the Ekinchi? It means that plowman, yes, if I'm not mistaken, English language is called plowman or farmer. The purpose of the newspaper was introduced, the purpose was what? To enlighten people about the agricultural skills, yes, how to farm the lands, yes, effectively. So, but in reality, the purpose of newspaper was different, yes. What was the purpose of newspaper, guys?
To tell everyone that they were Azerbaijani, not Russian.
Yes, you are right. Good. So you are, of course, you are right. So they just secreted the name of. They just the purpose was to enlighten the people in Azerbaijan, but actually, what happened? They just published a newspaper under the name of Ekinchi. Yes, so they wrote a political articles in that newspaper. Then soon it was closed by the Russian government. Yes, why? Because of they just were trying to enlighten people in Azerbaijan. Yes, that's why. So, Malach, what did you understand from the video? Can you please explain?
That like the Russification.
What is the Russification policy?
It's that like Russia wanted to like make people forget their own like cultural language
Everything
and
there, like.
and make everyone like speak Russian.
So they didn't trust us, yes.
No,
But so in order to prevent it, what our intelligentsias did? What do you know what's intelligentsia?
Yeah.
Well, can you please explain what is intelligentsia?
Like being smart.
I think people, their literacy level is higher than the rest of the people. Yes, and then try to enlighten people, enlighten movement. Do you know what's it? For example, can you please tell me any philosopher or intelligentsia in Europe? They were trying to enlighten people in the Europe. For example, Voltaire, Montesquieu. Yes, have you ever heard about them in the European history?
Would David Attenborough be one?
John Locke, British
Yeah.
British philosopher. Have you ever heard about him, John Locke?
No.
He wanted to unlock people's mind. Unlock, not to lock, but unlock
Would
people.
Socrates and would Socrates be one?
Yeah. So Socrates is his ancient Greek philosopher, but of course they were the most of the Western enlightened philosophers influenced by the ancient Greek philosophy. Yes, of course. So it happened in Azerbaijan as well. They, of course, intelligentsia's purpose was to enlighten people in Azerbaijan and to make them aware of their nationality. So I want just to mention some of them here. For example, Ali Bey Hüseyinzadeh, Ahmed Bey Ağaoğlu, yes, Hassan Bey Zardabi, Mirza Fetel Akhundov. They opened the first theater in Baku. They just sometimes criticize the Russian government. Yes. That situation, of course, the Azerbaijanis were so they just wanted to develop the usage of the Azerbaijani language but Russian government by any means they just prevented this process in Azerbaijan. Okay, I think that you understood what is the national consciences or Russification policy, the main concepts here. But guys, among these, how can you say, the intelligentsias and intellectuals in Azerbaijan, yes, there were two of them much more important than others. For example, Mirza Fetel Akhundov and Hassan Bey Zardabi. These two philosophers in Azerbaijan, they had done a really great job for us, yes, for making people aware of their nationality in Azerbaijan. Mirza Fetel Akhundov and Hassan Bey Zardabi. Please don't forget their names because the nation building process started by these two philosophers in Azerbaijan. The philosophers, writers, I don't know how can I call them, but intelligences, yes. They just wanted to spread the most progressive ideas of the Western European countries in Azerbaijan. Human rights, yes, and Enlightenment movement, human rights such as freedom, yes, freedom of voice, let's say. So they also wanted to develop the Azerbaijan language. So they wanted to open the schools in Azerbaijan language because all of the Russian schools were Russian in Russian language. Yes, it was the problem. Yes, so Hassan Bey Zardabi and Mirza Fetel Akhundzadeh, two guys. For example, Mirza Fetel Akhundzadeh just wanted to change the Arabian alphabet to the Latin alphabet in Azerbaijan. He was the first guy who made such an attempt to change Arabian alphabet to Latin alphabet in Azerbaijan. Okay, so Okay, Cheshire newspaper. Yes, it was the first newspaper in Azerbaijan. Introduced the concept of the Azerbaijani nation. There was an article in newspaper, and that newspaper talking about the Azerbaijan nation. Guys, can you please read this short text? I'll ask question from that part. Did you understand me? Please quickly look through the text. I'll ask questions from this part. Cheshire newspaper. Have you finished, guys?
Yes.
Okay, it's easy, yes. So, Afshin, can you please tell me, can you please explain me what is the main context of that that article written in the Cheshire newspaper? What was it talking about? What is the importance of Cheshire newspaper in Azerbaijan history? It first introduced the idea of Azerbaijani nation. Yes, am I right?
Did you read option?
I wasn't able to read the whole entire text.
Okay, just answer the question. What you read?
Yeah. What did you understand? No worries, just I'll help you. No worries, just try to at least take the 1 point from the article, yes, and explain what did you understand. For example, it says that Azerbaijan nation concept was first used by Cheshire newspaper, yes. It was one of the newspapers published in Azerbaijan language. Do you understand that how Azerbaijan intelligence published the article or newspaper, yes, in Azerbaijan language? It wasn't possible, almost possible, when Azerbaijan was under Russian occupation. Do you understand how our intelligences, they did the great jobs for us to understand our nationality? Of course, it was a really great job at that time, considering that there were a number of obstacles for Azerbaijani intelligentsias, yes, because Russia did not allow us to use our own language. But what they did, they even published a newspaper in Azerbaijan language. I mean, Cheshire newspaper, yes. Okay, Ayhan, what about you, Ayhan?
Yes.
Yeah, what did you understand from the text?
I understood that Mirza Fateh him he introduced a nation, Azerbaijan nation.
Yes, before that, no one used Azerbaijani nation, yes. So no one said that our nationality was Azerbaijani, actually. So it was the first time in the history Azerbaijani nation, the term of Azerbaijani nation started to be used.
It was used in public opinions.
Yes. But who was Fateh?
There was a newspaper Kaskul which told them that they were Azerbaijan nation, not Russian nation.
Yes. But Ayhan, who was the Mirza Fateh Akhundov? Who was Mirza Fateh Akhundov?
Who was he?
Mirza Fateh Akhundov. Who was Mirza Fateh Akhundov? What do you know? What's the intelligentsia or intellectuals, or that they usually play a very important role in nation building process?
No.
Mirza Fatih was one of the philosophers. He just tried to explain to the people to awaken their national consciousness, that to explain what's the nationality to the people. Yes, he was just one of the philosophers, Enlightenment movement philosophers and intelligentsia. Guys, can you please explain what do I mean by intelligentsia? Do you understand?
I know what intelligence means.
Yes, what is that?
It's like smartness.
Smart people, but what they played, what they do in Azerbaijan at that time, in the 19th century. They enlightened people, Ayhan, they enlightened people, but how? But why? In order to make the people aware about their nationality, yes. They wanted to explain to the people their nationality, or Azerbaijani nationality, yes. Do you understand? Good. Okay. So, making some summary, I just want to summarize topic. So, Azerbaijan national building process started in 19th century when Azerbaijan was under the Russian occupation. So, a group of people in Azerbaijan, prominent philosophers, intelligentsia, they just try to make people aware of their nationality. This process is called an Enlightenment movement in Azerbaijan. And those people who study in the Western countries, they just wanted to bring Western ideas to Azerbaijan. Yes, they just wanted to develop the Azerbaijan language, usage of Azerbaijan language, make people aware about their nationality. Yes, so they wanted to stop the Russification policy in Azerbaijan. What was the Russification policy? It was a kind of policy implemented by the Russian government in Azerbaijan to make people forget their own nationality, language, culture, everything related to Azerbaijan. So, but did they achieve it? Of course, no, they didn't achieve it. Say, because of the national consciousness of Azerbaijan awakened by the intelligentsia, so they couldn't completely Russify Azerbaijan, yes. So even today, so yes, some people speak in Russian language in Azerbaijan, yes, but it doesn't mean that they achieved to Russify Azerbaijan completely. Of course, no. We did never forget our ethnic identity, culture, and language. So among the intelligentsias, two of them should be specially mentioned, Hasan Bey Zardabi and Akhundov. Hasan Bey Zardabi, he printed Ekinchi newspaper in order to enlighten people, yes. And Mirza Fatih Akhundov, he was a writer. He tried to change the Azerbaijan alphabet to Latin alphabet. And that's all, guys, okay? It's what you need to know. Azerbaijan nation building process. Okay, that's all. So as you know, let's move to the last stage of our lesson, critical thinking. So I have put 6 questions here, and you need to discuss all of them and find answer. Yes. Okay. Ayhan, Babel, Jalil, and Maraj, and Afshin, of course. The first question should be answered by Ayhan. Yes. What is the nation building process? The second question should be answered by Babaj. Third, Afshin. 4, Jalil. 5, Maraj. And question number 6, so me. Okay, for me, I'll explain that. I should find answer to this question as well. Is it fair distribution?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even for myself, yes?
Yes.
Good, good. You can find answer to these questions by typing Google. For example, what is the nation building process, let's say?
But
Yeah.
I can't really remember the names.
What, Jalil?
I can't really remember the names.
It doesn't matter. You can. I'll help you. For example, two intelligentsias. Your question is very short.
Which question should I do? Because my laptop wasn't working.
Question number 6. I can give my question to you. 6. Okay, Jalil. Let me to change your question, Jalil. Two intelligentsias, Hasan Bey Zardabi and Akhundov. Yes. Let me to write in chat. Akhundov and Hasan Bey Zardabi. Yes. So your question is to explain their role in Azerbaijan nation building process, nation formation process.
Okay.
Good. For example, one of them published the first newspaper, first national newspaper. Another one, of course, he wanted to change alphabet. He opened the first theater in Baku. Okay, can we start? Or just discuss the questions, yes. And
Yeah.
the first question comes to Ayhan. Ayhan, what's the nation formation process? Nation building process?
I didn't know this question, but I wrote a newspaper.
Okay, nation building process. Look, what can you please look at the word? So nation building. So it means that you just form the national identity of the people living in Azerbaijan. Yes. The nation building process is usually done by intelligentsia. Yes, because they explain to the people what's their nationality. This process, awakening the national consciousness, is called what? Nation building process, yeah, nation formation process. What time it started in Azerbaijan? In the second half of 19th century, when Azerbaijan was under the Russian occupation. Yes? Did you understand my explanation?
Yeah.
Everyone? What's the nation building process? Nation formation process.
In intelligence.
Yes, Ayhan?
What was it called in intelligence?
They just intelligence, yeah, or intelligence, yes. Yeah. They just enlighten people and explain to the people that their nationality is, let's say, that Azerbaijani, because the people didn't know what's their nationality in Azerbaijan.
So
because
Intelligence.
No, intelligence. This is the process awakening the national consciousness of the people. Do you understand national consciousness? It means that people become aware of their nationality. This is the nation building. Okay. Question number 2: who played important role in the formation of Azerbaijani nation? This question came to, if I'm not mistaken, Babach. Yes. Am I right?
Yeah.
Babach. Yeah. Can you please answer?
I didn't get to do mine.
Sorry, I didn't understand. You couldn't find answer?
I said I didn't get to do mine.
What about Afshin? Who played important role in the formation? You have already discussed this one, because Ayhan already gave the same answer to me, that this the intelligentsia. Intelligentsia, yes, intelligence.
Wasn't the guy who made a important role the one who published a newspaper?
Yes, one of them, of course, he was Hassan Bazardabi, and also, of course, contributed nation building process in Azerbaijan. Of course, all national intelligentsias, including Hassan Bazardabi and Akhundov, the two important person in nation building process. Akhundov and Zardabi, don't forget them, guys. Yes. Yeah, intelligentsia usually play important role in national consciousness, awakening of the national consciousness. So question number 3 comes to who?
Me.
You. Really?
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah. What was the name of the first newspaper?
It was called the Ekinchi.
Ekinchi. Why it was called Ekinchi? Because they just Azerbaijan intelligence, they wanted to publish newspaper in Azerbaijan language, yes, political newspaper, yes, to enlighten people in Azerbaijan. But the Russian government did not allow that. Why? Because there was censorship on that. So that's why they changed the name of newspaper to Ekinchi. They said that we don't have intention to write in political articles, but just want to explain to farmers how to effectively farm their lands, agricultural skills. Yes, Ekinchi is if we translate it to the English language, it's like farmer, yes, or plowman. Plowman. Do you know what's a plowman? If I'm not mistaken, it's like plowman. Yes. Okay, good. So that's because of censorship by the Russian government. They just published the newspaper under the name of Ekinchi. They thought that they could do what they want under the name of Ekinchi. But Russian government immediately, not immediately, but after 2 years, they stopped the publishing of the newspaper by the Russian government because of the political articles trying to enlighten people in Azerbaijan about their nationality. That's why Russian government closed the newspaper very soon. Yeah. So, Jalil, tell me at least 2 intelligentsias who played important role in the nation formation process, and tell me their contributions.
So Hassan by Zardabi, he made like a newspaper, and it just told everyone like what their nationality was and like enlightened the people. And the other one, Akhundov, did he like make like a theater and like about
theater, yeah, first theater, as well as the first, he tried to change the alphabet, because you know Azerbaijan alphabet was the Arabian alphabet at that time, so it was very difficult to understand that, to learn the alphabet, yes, by the specialist children. So that's what he thought that Latin alphabet is much easier than Arabian alphabet. He wanted to change it, but he was not supported by the Russian government. Just, you know why? Because Latin alphabet meant that Azerbaijan was going close to the Europe, yes. So it wanted to bring European, Western European values, democracy, and human rights to Azerbaijan. But it wasn't accepted by Russia, so it seems it was threat to the Russian colonial policy in Azerbaijan. Yeah, and of course, Russia never wanted Azerbaijan to develop. Yes.
I know about Russian.
Yeah, when people are not enlightened, guys, it is easier to keep them under control. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because like Russia wanted like most of the power.
Yes. So, but when the people's national conscience is awakened, what happens? Peoples understand them. Their nationality is different. Why do you need to live under Russian occupation? They need to create independent state because they are separate nation. Okay, good. Who was Hasan Bey Zardabi, Melek? Again, the same question, but I just want to make you understand topic. Yes. Who was Hasan Bey Zardabi? It's the core of our topic.
Yeah, he was an Azerbaijan journalist and intellectual, and he was the founder of the Azerbaijani language.
Now, he first published the first national newspaper, national press, Ekinchi, yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are right. What else? You know, Hasan Bey Zardabi, actually, he was botanic. I mean that he was scientist, but he spent almost all his life for the future of Azerbaijan. And when he was died, guys, when he was died, many people came together in his funeral ceremony. So cannot imagine what extent people were loving him, Hasan Bey Zardabi. Okay, he even tried to open schools in Azerbaijan language for the people in Azerbaijan. Anyway, okay, what role did Ekinchi newspaper play in the nation formation process? And this question comes to Farid, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Wasn't the role of the first newspaper to
Yes, it was the first newspaper. Yes,
wasn't it to, like enlighten people and tell people about their nationality and culture?
Yes, you are right. But why the Russian government closed this newspaper? Why do I?
Is it because it was about Azerbaijan but not the Russian?
Yeah, but Russia wanted to Russify everyone in Azerbaijan. Yes, Russification policy to make us forget our everything. Yes, our nationality, everything related to Azerbaijan. But why do you think? So, Farid, my question is that why do you think? So those people who wanted to enlighten people in Azerbaijan, yes, why they were different from the rest of population in Azerbaijan? Where did they get their education? Why their mind was different than rest of Azerbaijanis? Because they got education in different countries. They got familiar with new ideas in Europe. Yeah, for example, let's say that Hasan Bey Zardabi, yes, and the other Azerbaijani intelligence, they got study in different parts of the world and got new ideas, and they brought these ideas to Azerbaijan. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one more question, but it's my last question. But before the nation building process, guys, yes, what was whenever people in Azerbaijan, yes, were asked what's your nationality, what was their response to this question? Whenever people were asked what's their nation, what was their answer to this question?
Didn't some people
Muslim?
Yeah, they said that we are Muslim, yes, Muslim, and they couldn't differentiate between nationality and religion. Yeah, they thought that religion is the same thing with the nationality. So people living in Arabia, yes, are the same with Azerbaijanis because their religion is also Islam religion, yes. but it's not, because religion is not the main element of nation formation process. If you believe the same religion, it doesn't mean that you are same nation. Okay, good. So for me, it's enough for today. I just have one more quiz, but we don't have time, so I'll put in Google Classroom. Guys, Farid, Afshin, and Babach, can you please take my Google Classroom code? I'll share 1 minute.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye, but Farid and Afshin, Babach, can you please wait 1 minute for my 1 minute? I'll share my Google Classroom code. You can join and take all material from the classroom, okay? That it's about Azerbaijan history. Okay, this one is my Google Classroom code.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Ayhan. Bye-bye. Babach, Afshin, and Farid, please take note. And okay, have you taken note?
We've written it down.
Yeah. Okay, good. Bye-bye. Let's meet in the next
Bye.
lesson.
Bye.
Anlaştınız. Hele sonunda.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.